Warning: the following video contains spoilers from the Yu-Gi-Oh! Animated series. If you have not seen any of the installments of the series in question, please turn away now. For everyone else, enjoy!
It's time to do.
What is up, YouTube? Leprechaun, you're Jeff with the Cat, back again for another video. Today, we're going to be starting a month-long segment that I've been wanting to do for a while. Now, for those of you guys who haven't seen it, this segment was actually originally inspired by what was supposed to be the video that ended up becoming how the original Yu-Gi-Oh! And Zexal are actually the same plot line. But, again, I've already done that one. If you want to check it out, go ahead. But originally, that video was supposed to be why Zexal doesn't suck. Admittedly, Zexal does get a lot of crap from everyone, and so I kind of wanted to show that it's not that bad, or at least not as bad as everyone thinks that it is. But the more I thought about it, the more I realized kind of each of the shows has that, except for the original, which is sort of unanimously loved. GX, I know, has its fair share of naysayers. 5Ds tends to get its crap because dueling on motorcycles. Trust me, I'll get to that one in a bit. Zexal has the obvious issues, and because of the previous three, not a lot of people have actually seen Arc 5, so excluding the original series, there's definitely some naysayers for each. And I'm here to tell you guys that those naysayers aren't necessarily right. Now, everyone's entitled to their own opinions, and if there's a certain series you don't like as much, that's fine. I'm not saying you're wrong for disliking a series. However, not everyone has seen these or seems to have some weird bias against them. So, I'm going to break down each one aside from the original and explain why each series of the anime does not suck. And we're going to be starting from the original of the controversy, Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. Now, when it comes to explaining why people tend not to like GX that much, it really comes down to one simple fact: Jaden. Now, there's nothing necessarily wrong with Jaden. He's a good enough character. It's just, well, compared to Yugi, he is a bit, how shall I say, less? Yeah, he doesn't have that same grandiose that Yugi did, mostly because while he is still considered the next generational king of games, he is still just a student, still learning, and just has more of this laid-back attitude and doesn't take everything as seriously. But I found that kind of refreshing, honestly. Sure, he's not all, we need to save the world and stuff, even when the world desperately needs saving. He is still more of a laid-back, realistic character. He realizes that it's just a game and treats it as such, but still can get serious when the time calls for it. But that is a major turn for a lot of people, and I can definitely see how that would be a major turnoff to the actual series itself. But that doesn't mean it's bad, and doesn't mean he stays that way forever. You see, there's this little thing in most shows that we like to call character growth. Character growth states that a character will likely not be the same person that you originally knew him as in the beginning of the series by the end of it. And Jaden is no exception. Especially during the events of the third season, known as the Yubel arc, things get a little bit crazy for Jaden, and he does change quite a bit, especially after he finds himself under the influence of the Supreme King, some weird alter ego thing that happens with him. I've always found the Yubel arc kind of confusing, but that is neither here nor there. After this, he actually does kind of mature a bit and does start to see that there are repercussions, especially given the dark nature that these card games tend to have in their world. So, during the unaired fourth arc, or rather undubbed I should say, Jaden is a lot more distant and dark. But this is also where we see a lot of the character growth. A lot of the characters that we come to know get closure during this arc, and it makes me wonder why it was never really aired in America. It only can be found in sub, but that's fine for me, because honestly their subbing voices aren't too bad like a lot of anime out there. Actually, let me take that back. I actually do enjoy most subs. But again, that is a different topic for a different day. Yeah, a lot of the characters do tend to go through a fair amount of change in this. Chaz gets his own closure where he realizes he doesn't have to live in his brother's shadow. He can just be his own person. Alexis also kind of gets her own little moment where she realizes she's free to do what she wants. And even Cyrus finally gets a little bit of confidence in himself when he ends up inheriting the CyberDark deck from his brother and combines it with his Vedicroids in by far one of the oddest mashovers ever, but hey, it's whatever. There's even a moment of reflection in each of them during the final moment where they kind of have this sort of dark, looming nature, making them question the very things that they had learned. But in the end, they still come out stronger, realizing this is just the path for them, and they need to overcome these darknesses. Jaden himself even goes through quite a bit of change throughout this, actually going back to his old ways, but having more of that serious mindset. He knows it's a game, but by the end of it, he also realizes there are times where it's not a game and it's more serious, and he's able to adjust accordingly. I think this is best exemplified during the final duel with him and Yugi during the Battle Segi finals. Or, Battle Segi tournament, I guess. Finals are on the blimp. But, either way, he does have that big duel with him where future Yugi sends him into the past to fight Battle Segi Yugi, and it is a pretty intense duel, in which Jaden finds himself questioning whether or not it is okay to take it so seriously, whether he can trust Yubel inside of him or his Supreme King Spirit, though he more came to qualms with that during the duel with Yubel. He does still end up finding that it is okay to just take it more relaxed, that it is still just a game at the end of the day. And so, because of all that massive character growth, I do think that GX is pretty redeeming. Is it as good as the original? No, not really, but that doesn't mean it's a bad series. It still has plenty of strong points, and I honestly feel that if anyone did like the original, GX is definitely worth taking a shot. And that, my friends, is why GX doesn't suck. So, what'd you guys think? If you enjoyed my little commentary on why GX is redeeming, be sure to let me know down in the comments below. Of course, you can also like my page on Facebook. Let me know your thoughts and opinions there. Like this video. Subscribe to my channel for further content. Until next time,